Crushing music.
I don't know if I am ready. I didn't screw up anything, right? Everything should be fine. Yep. Justin, this freaking Super Mario Bros. Cup is obnoxiously big.
Yeah, it is obnoxiously big. Like, it's not stable enough to actually, like, hold.
Yeah. It's obnoxiously big.
But it does look cool, so I like it.
Jonah, you are in fact streaming on the right channel.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Okay. Yeah. Hello, stream people. Oh, you're probably
Hello.
wondering why we're an hour and a half late.
Why are you?
Alex, you want to explain this one?
I don't know.
Yeah. So I was basically told to go into work till 7 today.
Yeah. His
I
job
mean-
hates our channel.
Yeah. I mean, I've told the manager several times it's can't do can't do after 5 on Fridays.
Yeah. His job hates our job.
She only schedules me in for land Fridays if she really needs me to work it.
His job hates our job.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, makes sense.
yeah. Okay. Well, other than that, let's get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to eDIOCRACY, the show where a bunch of idiots have no clue. Why do I always screw up the intro now? It's like, bro.
You got it from Tim.
Oh my gosh, I really did, bro. My
I think
brain
Tim
just
may have
doesn't
been
work with the intro anymore. Okay, here we go again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to eDIOCRACY, the show where a bunch of idiots that have no clue what the heck they are doing sit down and save the world. Once again, I am joined by the boys,
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah!
and today we join back in the city of Agrabah.
We're out of jail.
All of them have just
Freedom.
made it to a tavern on the east side of the town. And as they were sitting down and divvying out who's going to get what room for the night, their friend, who mysteriously disappeared in their time of need, Marquise, walks in and requests that he also get a room with them, considering he did pay. So, as they're divvying it out, Marquise hears that they're divvying out rooms, and as each one of them starts to claim a room, they hear metal clinking, and then... excuse me, do I get the choice in this matter? I did in fact pay for the rooms.
Marquis, here.
Vanessa,
That
told
is an
me-
Yeah,
apology for
Marquis.
leaving us high and dry.
I really wanted to say Vanessa, like, yeah, sure. Wait, yeah, sure. Like she did a double look. Like, Marquise, you're back.
And
I actually did.
and Marquise kind of like you see him look a little disappointed in a way, and he goes, yes, unfortunately, I did leave all of you, and I do apologize for that. There was a few things that came up, but we can worry about that in a minute. Let's get our food first, and then I can kind of explain a lot more, because you're probably going to want to know what I found out.
Yeah,
Well-
I do, but I just want to say you are forgiven.
Well, I appreciate that.
Marquise, we could never hate you.
Your tea is too.
Well, that definitely heartened this old soul.
Oh no, you wouldn't have left without a good reason.
Yeah, though it kind of sucks we had to sit in jail for like a night. But yeah,
It's okay.
I
I
did.
got shot in the back. It's all right.
Yes, I did hear about your little adventure you had. So that
Little
was
adventure.
definitely a weird one. But
Oh, did you hear about the part where Yorn had some fun with sand?
your one had what? Your mic lagged.
Oh, did you hear about the part where Yorn had fun with the sandworms?
Now that
Huh.
I was not very aware of, but you can give me all the sweet details in a moment. Let's get you some food and everything, so you can start to enjoy that. I know that it's very hard to explain things when you have an empty stomach, and also when you're a little tired of everything. So,
we actually just finished ordering.
I see. Well, let me give me a minute to recollect my thoughts about the whole thing. Let's,
Actually,
just give it a minute for the food to come out here.
in town, can I have a spot of tea, Marquis?
Of course, I will. While I'm recollecting my thoughts, I'll fix us some tea. And
you.
you see Marquise. He kind of walks over to the side, and you see him sit back, not in a chair, but like kind of locks his legs almost in a chair fashion. To not take any of the chairs that are at another table. So he just kind of like locks his legs and kind of like sits to the side and just starts pouring. He starts like getting some tea bags out and everything and starts preparing some tea. And you see like some people at other tables kind of like looking around, kind of in your direction, and they're just a little like they're just a little confused at the current moment. With him doing that.
I look at all the random pages. And go, what? He's sitting. Leave the guy alone. You do it too, but he's cooler than you. Doesn't need it there.
He's cooler than you.
So you sit there for a moment, just kind of waiting on your food. The person brings out and, of course, tells you to enjoy your meal, and they walk away and everything, basically saying that you can come up to the bar and get them whenever you need anything. And pretty much leaving all of you to start enjoying your meals, enjoy your food and everything, and after a few moments of just enjoying your food, almost kind of sitting in silence as all of you are tired and hungry, you're just sitting there eating food. No one's really talking, just pure silence other than the ambience of the tavern itself. And then Marquise, just as he finishes some tea and starts kind of handing it out to people, he's like, well, I think this is enough time. It's probably best I start to explain a little more before, y'all start having some very weird questions. So, let's go back to probably right when we were at the food storage. Beforehand, I did in fact tell Ugg. It was Ugg that I told, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I did. I had when all of you went down. I did tell our friend Ugg, that I was to drop a little glass vial at the bottom of the stairs when I left, and he pulls out the glass vial. The glass vial there, and he goes, "This was supposed to make it at the bottom of the stairs if something went wrong." Well, that didn't necessarily happen, and the reason is kind of strange, and it seems almost a little suspicious in a way. So, when I was standing watch, trying to make sure no one came through the door and would find out the whole thing. Now, meanwhile, I'm not exactly a fan of breaking the law. If it's for a good reason, it's for a good reason, though. However, as I was standing there, one of our little gnome friends from the tavern showed up, and he kind of poked his head in, was kind of questioning the whole situation. And so, of course, I walked to the door and talked to him for a moment, and he told me to get everyone out, like, immediately. And as I was questioning why, he said, he was kind of, like, blabbering on a whole lot. I'm not sure exactly what he said. He was very, what's the word? Confused, I guess you could say. He wasn't sure 100% why we were in there, or why there was only me in there. But he was very, he seemed a little bit on edge. So I tried to calm him down and everything, and as I was doing this, I was walking out the door. And as I was walking out the door, then we see the other fellow come along. What's his name? Grow is what we were talking about. What we assumed his name was. That fellow who let us in kind of came around, but he had some other people. They weren't guards, but they were kind of armed to the teeth is the best way to put it. And as they got there, a few of them got their weapons ready, and the gnome there started to freak out as soon as he saw him, and I'm not entirely sure, but by the assumptions of how it was, I could assume that wasn't in fact Grow after all. So, as they started to move up, and to try to get into the door, I was able to kind of stop them a little bit, able to subdue a couple of them, and kind of got them to run off. There was one downside though, and that is because, well, it created a bit of a ruckus. But I also could hear down at the bottom of the steps, all of you were also having your own little ruckus to deal with.
There were so many rats.
Yes.
And I burned them all into the ground.
They were in the walls, man. The walls.
Walls, the
Goddamn
floor.
walls!
There was so many rats. Marquise and Yorn goes over and grabs his butler vest essentially and pulls it toward him and goes, "There was so many rats!" And the whole place goes silent for a moment and it just stops, and then you just hear some random voice just be like,
not in this
"What?"
place, of course.
You hear a voice from across the tavern is like, "What the hell are you talking about, rats?" And then Dale turns around and goes, "Oh no, there's no. Don't worry, this place don't have rats. It was something else. Yeah." He goes, "Oh, okay, thank you, appreciate it." And then people start getting, start getting back to partying at the tavern again. And
Yorn, you might put it down.
And Yorn sits down and he goes, "I'm sorry, just I don't like rats."
I understand. You had it worse. You almost drowned in it a couple times.
I see. You did have a grand adventure down there. But yes, so I had to deal with a few of those thugs, I guess you could call them. But as I did that, a couple other of our gnome friends came around, and they told me to kind of get out of there quickly as guards were coming. Apparently, from what they could tell me, is that the person who let us in was not on the assumption that he was Grow. They said that he looked similar to him, but not exactly the same one. And on top of that, they haven't heard from their contact Grow in quite some while, so they kind of assumed that something had happened to him. So they were trying to drag me out of there, and of course I was trying to tell them about the whole Vile situation, and then there were footsteps. Very loud metal footsteps. And in that moment, it was kind of hard to figure out what to figure out there, but I thought the best situation was to. What's the best way to say this? I could have thrown the vial. That is correct, and in some ways, I kind of wish I did. But also, now no offense, but all of you tend to make some weird, rash decisions sometimes, and I didn't want anyone getting hurt, and I didn't want you to be wanted fugitives. So I didn't throw the vial, as the guards were going to get there. They were going to see you regardless, because there's only one way out of there, and they were on their way in. So I went with the gnomes through a little secret passage they had and made the escape, and I thought that all of you being in jail for a day or two wouldn't have been too bad. Now, I don't know if any of you have noticed that, I don't know, by the way the guards have been acting as of late, it's been very hectic, I guess you could say. So, it was probably just a weird decision. It's a weird decision that I kind of made, but my assumption is that it was better off having you being imprisoned for a couple days rather than being on the run for a while. Especially with all the unwanted attention that some of you may have gotten up in Hestia.
Which is
I wouldn't know that.
Yes.
I am quite surprised that we haven't been got yet.
Yes. And with how everything was going down, I also needed to go with the gnomes because, well, when their quote-unquote contact grow ended up not being grow, it ended up, well, the entire thing seemed very suspicious. And so I went with them, and I got a little information out of them. So a couple, like I said, they didn't have contact with their contact grow for a while, and after a while they got worried about it, so they looked into it, and apparently some report has gone around that Grow is apparently dead. But there's been no confirmed bodies, so they're assuming that maybe some rival, I guess you could call them a gang. There's a group of thugs that's been going around harassing some of the taverns, and well, with the gnomes knowing how the city works very well, they sometimes do things to kind of slow their efforts, is the best way to put it. So we ended up talking for a while, and eventually they heard some footsteps coming up. It was rough. It was a couple hours after the whole ordeal. We heard some footsteps kind of arrive at the tavern, and we heard a knocking at the tavern door, but it wasn't. It was a feeling of no one was exactly safe. You see, I'm not sure if you've noticed with any of the guards, but not every single one of them acts exactly of the law. And that is because, according to the gnomes that I talked to, some of these thugs from this other gang have infiltrated the police station. And I'm not entirely sure how much influence they have with them, but when we were escaping through the back door of the tavern, yes, there is a secret back door, who knew? As we were escaping, we heard, well, a very loud door kick and some type of small explosion happen. So, have you been back to that tavern?
No, if not.
No, we haven't.
Yes. Hopefully you didn't leave anything in that tavern because that thing was up in flames.
Oh,
Yes.
JP.
It was very, very unfortunate. We did get a passing back, and the gnomes are devastated. So, a couple of them are heading around the city, and a few of them are back at the tavern to see if they can grab anything to maybe go find a new place to set up shop. But for the time being, it seems, well, they've lost their tavern.
I have a quick question. Two questions actually. So when we were in jail, the captain of the captain said that there wasn't food shortages like at all.
Um, yeah, that is a very odd thing. I didn't even think to ask about that. So,
And when we went down there, all the food was there.
yes, that's. I'm not sure.
But the second question, and knowing us, it's probably bad, but is our cart still there?
Oh.
From what I can remember, uh, I do remember seeing it as we escaped, but I don't remember ever looking for it again after that. So there is a chance, and there's also not a chance. So I have no
Knowing our
clue.
luck, it's not going to be there anymore.
I cannot say.
Hold out some hope. I'm sure they'll be there.
I'll
It's
grow
a
up.
caught flame. Huh?
But once we're all done eating and we're going to bed, you wanna go with me to see if it's still there, and if it's still there, we can bring it back to here.
Yeah, gladly.
Okay.
Well, to continue a little more, there was after the place was destroyed, we did in fact leave, and we ended up going to this very odd person's house. Now, I'm not a person to judge others, but when you arrive at someone's doorstep, a doorstep, the only grass that grows in this entire town, it seems, and when he shoves a barrel into your face upon getting to the
Oh.
door,
That's the guy we had to turn in.
Yeah, I stand up and show Marquise. Yeah, it's the guy that put 4 holes in here.
We had to take him to the station to get out.
I see. The gnomes were a little scared of that because that man is actually an let's just say he's an informant for the gnomes for certain things. He's
Oh.
kind of undercover in a way, is the best way to put it. Uh, the entire purpose of him is he's been apparently looking into some of the thugs and their whereabouts to help the gnomes figure out where the food is going. And on top of that, he's been looking into the whole police situation because he's the one that figured out that some of the thugs are working for the police force now.
It's a bit unfortunate, but to get out of jail early, like we did, we had to bring him back, and because he shot both me and Olgaroth here, they ended up being able to detain him.
Oh,
My eyes are kind of like widening at this point. God,
I
we just
see.
turn him into the corrupt people that are probably going to kill him now.
Hmm. Well, I mean, on the bright side, we didn't say much about to the gnomes of exactly who we were, so it's not like it's going to danger us directly. However, that is unfortunate. And while I'm not up for a whole break into the police station rescue plan, this might be a weird exception.
Right.
But we should probably not
Yes.
talk about that here if we are to talk about that at all.
Oh, absolutely not. That'd be a foolish idea.
I I hate to say this, but I think we should probably stay low for the rest of the week that we're here.
That is true.
And the worst comes to worst, we could just bring our whatever plan we might cook up and get out of town.
And hopefully not get eaten by sandworms.
Well, I mean, if
Yeah.
we wait till the end of the week, they'll probably settle down. So hopefully that will be the case.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure if we get caught again doing something like that, it's not going to end up with just a few days or few days in there.
No, we'll most likely lose our heads because the police seem to be corrupt.
Hmm.
If they're corrupt, who knows who else is
But
corrupt?
yeah, back to the topic before when you walked in. Marquise, what room do you want?
Well, huh. That is a good question. Honestly, it really doesn't matter for me. I was more of saying that as a greeting to all of you.
I mean, yeah. But then again, Algaroth here doesn't really need it either, and yet he's joining me and Yorn in room 2.
hmm.
I give her kind of a look of what is that supposed to mean?
You're both robots. You guys can talk while the rest of us sleep.
Well, I mean, yes, but I
Actually,
still need to rest.
Yeah, I mean,
actually, that is not how that works. Have you ever seen either one of us try to sleep?
besides you just going blank faced for a bit, no.
Yes. So, um, eh, the way we recharge is not exactly the same way you do. So of course you have to shut your eyes, go to sleep, and you end up in your dreamland, I guess you could call it. For us, it's a little different. What we do is we go into more of a dormant state. We are aware of the situation around us, but we don't move and we cannot speak. We can only kind of see and hear things around us. We can't really move our eyes or anything like that. Imagine just sitting there completely still, staring pretty much straight ahead. And you do that for a certain amount of time, and then eventually you're fine.
Oh yes, sleep paralysis.
Yes, except it's a little more controlled when we do it.
And a lot less terrifying.
So, how long
Yes.
do you guys need a? She does air quotes sleep.
Roughly,
6 hours.
yeah, roughly anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. Sometimes 8, depending how long we've been up.
I mean, then my thing still works. You guys can talk to each other once you guys are done.
Well,
Okay.
yes, of course.
Knowing us, we're going to be sleeping for well over 8 hours, especially on actual beds.
Especially Yorn here who try to make friends with a sandworm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yorn, would you like to explain that? No, I do not. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I do not want to talk about it.
He
To make a long
accidentally
story
teleported himself.
yeah, to make a long story short, he tried breaking us out. He got sucked through a portal, thrown with sandworms for like a day. We reopened the portal, and then he was able to make it out.
Yoan, do you have any clue how far out from Agrabah you ended up since you were with the sandworms? I have no clue. I have no clue. There was just sand and sandworms, sand, sandworms, and more sandworms and sand. I I have no clue. I don't want to talk about it.
And this is
Okay.
why I want to get back to Hestia
Yeah.
as
Let's
quickly and safely as possible.
And even though it's a bit unfortunate, it's Aurelio here threw Betsy at one of the sandworms to distract it long enough to let Yorn close the portal.
Our bravest soldier. Don't worry, I still want to get Betsy back.
I'm sorry, I don't want to downplay this whole thing. Who was Betsy?
His blunderbuss.
Oh.
It's better if Rilo says it himself, because you know.
You know, his trademarked iconic blunderbuss, don't you know?
The one that he only used like a couple times.
But yeah, no, this is a open opportunity for him to drop some lore on us about why he was cared so much about Betsy.
Or not. I mean,
Now let's just see if the man wants to speak. Let's see if he wants to say anything.
well,
Waffles?
well,
I mean, unless
Rilo, do you feel like talking a little bit about this Betsy? You see Yorn just kind of like wave his hand in front of his eyes as he's staring dead ahead, and he's just like, yeah, I don't think he's in any mood to talk. I see. It seems we brought up some different types of memories with that.
Yes, it
I think we
seems
just
we
gave
have.
the guy PTSD. Excuse me. Hello,
PhD.
Goliath.
Sorry, I was muted. I was like trying to explain the whole thing.
I like how this started. I was like, "Oh, what do you say muted?"
But yeah, I look side to side and I close in. If I tell you, you don't tell anyone, especially the authorities in Hestia.
Did you steal Betsy?
No, but I definitely stole the money to get Betsy.
Hey, O'Rilo,
Ooh.
I don't
I
think we have any place to go to the Hestia authorities.
it
I do, but
may
I'm not.
also kind of explains why I was with the Men in Black too.
The who? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, this is gonna be juicy. And you see Yorn start to get a little excited. He's like, "Oh, I'm ready for this story. Here we go." Well, if this includes a bunch of illegal activities, it's probably best I'm not here. I'm going to go upstairs and, which room were you? Was Yorn staying with you, Vanessa?
Room 2.
Okay, I will head off to room 2 and
Vanessa like hands over the key. You might
thanks.
want to need this. I don't know if it's locked or not.
Oh,
We haven't
okay.
been up there.
Thank you. And I'm going to go ahead there while Arilo tells his amazing story. I hope all of you enjoy it. Then he walks off, and Yorn like turns over to Arilo, like he turns back to Arilo, and he goes, "Okay, give us the juicy deets."
Okay. So I guess it all started when I finished my apprenticeship with the as a smith. Wasn't really much of a smith. Went out to the world to be part of a guild. I can't remember who they were again, but yeah. Did a few jobs for them. Nothing special. Just dirty work. Hard work. Until I saw Betsy in a display case. She was beautiful. Just barrel shining, glint, glistening. I um, I wanted her, but I was broke, and the only money I knew that I could take easily was the guild's money. So instead of just, for some reason, just borrowing the money, I decided to turn to the Men in Black to help steal the money. Instead of splitting it evenly, I took the money we stole and spent it on Betsy. I'm kind of lucky I didn't get killed for that. Just chained up to some bar and serving drinks. So basically, the story of Betsy.
I don't want to like downplay your story, but that is that it? No like
Yeah,
no like
it was
grand like holdout. You didn't like take down a bunch of them like while they were trying to get you. You know, just...
I mean,
no. They sadly they got me good.
it does make sense on why he always is looking for a bar now.
Yep.
It's his PTSD.
It's not the fact that he wants a bar. It's because he's got PTSD from the bar. Arilo, it's gonna be okay, and like it's gonna be okay. You don't have to think about bars anymore. And Arilo's like head starts turning toward the bar, and he grabs it. He turns his head towards him, and he goes, "No, look at me, not the bar. It's going to be okay."
But the drinks need to be served.
That's
Where's
what
the
that's what the
bar?
bartender's there for. You don't have to do it, buddy. You don't have to do it.
Where's the bar?
And you're literally just like you're like takes Arilo's head and just kind of like pulls it to his shoulder, and it starts like patting him on the back. And he's like, "It's okay, buddy. You can cry on my shoulder." All this time he's had PTSD of bars. And like as you see a couple people like turning and like just like watching Yorn just cry on Arilo's shoulder.
Lean over to Vin.
They're there, bro. It's all right.
He's had PTSD his whole time. So
What did Algaroth do?
I was leaning over to you to go, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. Should we go get the cart now?
Yorn, I don't mean to usurp your compassion here, but you're kind of making a bit of a scene.
and Yorn just like, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is
Okay.
your food yet, Vanessa?
I'm sorry, I didn't fully hear what you
I
said.
said, have you finished your food yet?
Yes, I did.
Alright, yeah, it's probably time we make our exit.
Vanessa gets up like, well, you guys, we're gonna go grab the cart now.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll go see if the cart's there.
Who's got the room 1 key, by the way?
Vanessa, almost hearing you, she's like, oh, right, yeah. She, like, gives you the room 1 key.
Cool, thank you.
But yeah, you're gonna need this. If you guys are gonna go to bed now, She just starts, like, awkwardly walking back towards the exit. Like, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow in the morning, probably, if you guys are in bed by the time we get back.
What time is it, by the way? In the game.
I think it's like
It was close to dark, I believe.
it
Because
was
we're having dinner and then going to bed for the morrow.
kind of. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna be like, what if she's saying this and it's like 3 p.m.?
it's
I mean,
not
we
quite
all
there. I'm
think-
saying I think it's like 5 or 6 or something like that.
But either way, we were all planning to go to bed after eating anyways.
Yeah. It's not necessarily like you're going straight to bed. It's more of like you just kind of like chill and, you know, do whatever in the meantime.
Yeah, Ugg's gonna start heading up to room 1.
So yeah, we're tired, so it's understandable.
Yep.
I was just doing it to try to make a joke.
Yeah. So And Yorn turns to Arilo and goes, "So, what are you gonna do?"
I guess I'm gonna go to bed, have a nice long rest, see what tomorrow brings. So
He goes, and he goes, "Oh, I see. Well, that does make sense. But," and he like, you see him turn his head and he kind of looks at another table where you see like there's a Drune's card game being played between a couple people. He goes, "I'm not sure, but I think we might be able to win a few gold."
You know, I would have laughed so hard if Yorn just like, what are you gonna do? Aurelio, go to the bar.
There's cross to be tended.
So,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I say we make a few gold coins. So
a few gold coins. That does seem kind of interesting. Well, let's go get to it then. And then Jordan kind of like gets up and starts walking toward the table, leading you along over there. And as that
yeah,
happens,
I'll follow.
yep, and we are going to hop over to Vanessa and Olgaroth going to the cart. So you spend a little bit walking, as the rest are, getting ready for the night essentially. There's not that many people out. You still see a few people, walking around and everything. But overall, you don't see a whole lot of people. But you walk down the street for a bit, and you eventually come across the cart. And
Is it intact?
yes, you do see the cart. It pretty much looks untouched.
Oh, thank God.
But you do notice that there are some of those like not necessarily guards, but you see a bunch of what looks to be like armed people standing near the cart at the alleyway where it's in view of the car, not necessarily right next to the cart, but in view of the cart, standing at the edge of the alleyway where the tavern is.
Great.
So, and it's not like it looks like they're guarding it, but they're kind of just there, like looking around.
This looks very sketchy.
You want to make a Passover?
Um. Yeah, let's do it. And after that, we can try to secure the cart and go.
Vanessa, like, grabbing Algroth's hand, just like, yeah, yes, let's go. Give her, like, a sort of, like, awkward smile as, like, to try to blend in.
Absolutely. So, where should we go next? I thought we were just trying to make conversation.
Yeah,
I thought we were like, we were playing a thing.
yeah, we are. I'm just trying to.
Think of where to go next.
I'm out of character trying to think of like what's past the tavern that we could technically be staying.
Okay. I was like, dang, I didn't think it was gonna get that awkward.
Johnny, what can Vanessa see that's past the tavern?
What do you mean?
Like, can we see any shops or anything? To pretend like we're
Oh
going
yeah,
there?
no. I mean, you're practically right next to the town square. So you see the Grand Library, you see the bookshop from before. There's there's a couple stalls set up. Like there's a fish stall that's currently up right now. The blacksmith. All of that's set up over there.
It's like, oh yeah, let's go to the Grand Library. I've been meaning to check out some books.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some knowledge from some of them good old books. What you planning on reading?
I don't know. I'm thinking about a cookbook. Is that a little bit too on the nose?
Oh.
So as y'all are like talking and getting to the cart, you see the those guys. There's two of them standing at the corner, kind of like eyeballing you, and you see a third one at like at another corner. That's like he's looking around still, but you see him every once in a while glance toward the cart.
Yeah.
Kind of like whispered quietly. Definitely casing the cart.
Yep. But yeah, I've been trying to hone in on my mother's recipe, but she didn't really leave it behind.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm hoping to get better in the kitchen, as much as horrible as that sounds coming from me, but to see if I can make my mother's recipe again.
Yeah, that sounds good. I bet you it's gonna be delicious.
It sure was.
Well, I'm saying when you cook it, it's gonna be delicious. But first, we gotta find that recipe.
Yep. So
So,
Vanessa's gonna like continue walking towards the library and not like looking back, but she's gonna be like, I don't think we're getting this cart today.
well, to be fair, if we don't try to take it now, we're probably not gonna get it at all.
So
Yeah.
as y'all are walking kind of toward the library, you see another cart kind of like rolling. You see another cart kind of like rolling down the street, like basically from the library to your cart, and the things being so you see like it's a cart that that's rolling up. You see a weird, somewhat similar, somewhat familiar, blue hooded uh, person sitting on top of it, and the entire thing is led by a llama. And
Oh my
and
god!
as it's rolling up, you see him kind of like looking around and everything, and he immediately stops it, and like he immediately stops the cart at you two, and he goes, ah, yes, hello. I was wondering if I could get some directions anywhere, because it's very hard to navigate this place. Um, do you two by chance know where? What is this? The Seven Sons Tavern is?
The Seven Sons Tavern?
Yes, I'm looking for it. Apparently, someone gave me a free reservation there, and he turns, and you see the same symbol. It's almost like it's basically it's a circle. It's kind of, it almost looks like a child drew it. On there, it's just a circle. It looks like a little like sun that a child drew and everything, and but the thing about it is that it has like a little like small engraving of what looks to be like uh not necessarily flames, more of like kind of like loops almost, going around the entire circle essentially. And he's like, yes, this. And you start to remember a little bit, and the tavern you're staying at happens to have the same logo on it.
Oh,
I, Vanessa stops logo. Actually, yeah. You may not look it, but she kind of points at like the tavern that the gnomes were at. That's the tavern actually,
it's
from what
burned
I
to
can
the
remember.
ground.
But it's kind of not there.
I see. Well, do you know of any other tavern that I could stay at for the night? I kind of need somewhere, preferably one with a stable.
Uh,
Um, hmm.
actually, can I ask you a favor? Uh, Well, there's a tavern over, like, she kind of points in the general direction of the actual tavern. That's the actual one, but we kind of need a favor. We'll make it your worthwhile, and Vanessa like pulls out a few gold coins.
And you see him kind of eyeball the gold coins, and he's just like, well, I think we might be able to make an accord. What can I help you with?
Can you so there's guys in that alley next to that burned down tavern. The reason I kind of was sending you there, because that's our cart over there. We need to get it back, but they're watching it. So can you distract them for us, please?
Well, my mother always told me that I was a little piece of shit, so yeah, sure, I guess I could go do that for a few minutes.
Vanessa, like,
Oh my
holds out
God.
5 gold coins. Like, are these enough, or would you want more?
Of course you'd want more.
I mean, if you are offering, I'll gladly take more.
Okay.
Vanessa gives him 7 gold coins.
I see. Well, now I can make it your while. And he goes, so how much of a distraction do you need?
Just enough so we can get in that cart and leave, and they're not following us.
That is understandable. Okay, let's go do some business. And you
All right.
you
Pull
see-
out a gun.
So you see him do a little, a flick of the reins and everything, and his llama kind of walks forward, and you see him kind of go down and basically stop right in front of the 2 thugs there, right in front of the 2 thugs at the corner, and he goes, hello, how can I help both of you? One of them's just like, hey, move. What do you mean? I said move. You're in the way. In the way of what? You're standing there in the corner. I said move. And you see him pull out a flintlock and aim it at him. And he goes, whoa. Look, I see that both of you are fine fellows, and I thought I would come and help you with a little bit of business. You see that flintlock right there? It looks a little rusty and busted up. It might not be so well, but I can help. I can help you a whole lot, and I can help you a whole lot with that, though. If you would like to buy, and he pulls out a flintlock and aims it right at him, and he goes, I can help you with this brand new flintlock, and
Vanessa's gonna take the distraction and start making her way towards the cart.
and
stealthily.
he goes, and he's like, Are you trying to have a standoff with me? No, sir. I'm trying to show you what the other side of this gun looks like. See, everyone likes to look at it from the side. He turns the gun. It's like, you see, it does look beautiful from the side, but your enemies will be able to see something beautiful at the end of the barrel, as he points it right back at him. And the thugs just kind of like he kind of like looks over. They're looking at each other, and they look back, and they're just like, Are you trying to threaten us? No, sir. I am simply trying to do business here. Look, and he grabs his gun and he pulls it out of his hand, like in a quick motion, like a sleight of hand motion. Pulls it and he goes, look. Now this right here, it looks a little rusty. If you fire this thing off, it's not going to really do so well. And he points it down the street and fires it, but when he does, like, you don't hear a ding or anything afterwards. He goes, you see, you didn't hear the ding. You don't know why? And he tips the gun, and the barrel, or like the little the ball that he's got in it, kind of falls out. He goes, well, first off, this isn't even really a gun. Who the heck made this? This is absolutely terrible. He's like, did you actually put gunpowder in this thing? The thing just rolls right out. Come on, it's a very terrible gun. Now this, on the other hand, this is an actual firearm. As you can see, he pulls out a fireroom card, slaps it on the side of it. He goes, this, on the other hand, bang, and he shoots the wall right next to both of them. He goes, now that is a gun. And as you can see, it created almost like a little bit of a scorch flame on it. You see how amazing that is? You can buy this gun right here. I'll sell it to you very cheap at the low price of 250 gold pieces. Now, what do you say? And they're like, Are you crazy? I'm not crazy. I'm a businessman. Okay? And the other thug there just goes, You expect us to do business with someone who rides a wagon being led by a llama? Why the heck do you have a llama? And he goes, and the trader goes, do not dare speak bad of good old Doretta. Doretta will screw you so badly. And she could spit very, very far.
At this point, is Vanessa at the cart?
Yeah, sure. Y'all are at the cart. I'm just doing the scene for the sake of it.
The scene is amazing.
Yeah, it's like that is Doretta, and she could spit very, very far. Oh, so we're supposed to be intimidated by some llama, and you see the thug walk up to the llama. And it's like, you don't scare me, and then like you see the llama kind of you hear like a and then all of a sudden just a spit right in his face, like a huge spit just hits his face, and like he stumbles back, he starts wiping his face off, he's like and it's like I told you, and then you hear another gunshot and just and then you see blood basically spilling out, and he goes, well, that's my cue, and then he flicks the reins, and him and the llama, like him and Doretta, essentially just start flying off in the cart, just as both of you are also heading down the street, and just starts flying off forward.
We're in the cart heading down the street.
Vanessa is actually gonna lead him back to the tavern. Like once they get far away, she's gonna slow down and like lead him to the tavern. Like this is the actual tavern.
Yep. So y'all end up getting away, and then y'all slow down a bit, and you end up down to a turn, and right before you turn, you slow down for him. And he starts following, and like as he's behind you, kind of following, he's trying to stay close. He kind of yells out, and he goes, was that a good enough distraction? Do you think that they will be telling us? I'm not entirely sure if that was good enough.
It was great. It was great.
Amazing.
Oh well, I'm super glad. Does this would this entail of us, a sort of a bonus to the whole thing? I mean, I did shoot a man back there.
No, I think this man does deserve a bonus.
Yeah, yeah. Once we get to the tavern.
Oh, of course. Thank you. You two are very kind people, and thank you also for helping me get to this tavern.
Yeah. So I'm assuming we make it to the tavern.
Yeah.
With no
so
issue.
you make it to the tavern, no issue, and when you get there, you notice like right beside it there is basically a place to not only park carts and everything, but you also notice that there's a small place where you can like tie up an animal to it, like a horse or whatever. So he goes over there and he goes, okay, now Doretta, I know you do not like this. I don't like doing this either, but unfortunately they don't like llamas walking around everywhere. And she looks kind of pissed off, and it's like, I'm sorry, but it's fine. You stay right here, and I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go, get some drinks, some stuff. Would you like anything, Doretta? Is there any type of do you need anything to eat? And Doretta just looks all pissed off, and he goes, I see. Okay, well, Doretta's gonna chill. Doretta's gonna stay out here for the night. As for you two, as both of you are like hopping off the cart, he goes, are you two by chance staying here for the night?
Yeah, actually, we are.
Well, that is pretty great. According to this reservation, I'm supposed to be in room number 2, I believe.
Oh God, no. I don't think you'll actually be. You'll have to talk to the bartender about that. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, wait a minute. This is to another tavern anyways. It doesn't matter. And he starts ripping it up, and he goes, "Okay, well, it looks like I'm gonna have to find a room for the night."
Vanessa hands over 3 more gold. Like there's for the amazing instructor.
Oh.
So you have
Oh, why? Thank you.
Amount of 10.
Johnny, I was kind of hoping like he would start scribbling on it like the different logo.
So.
What the heck?
Yep.
Yeah. What do you? If I may ask, what are you gonna do with the firearm that you took off of him?
Oh, and you see him like he kind of like pulls it out of his bag and he goes, "You know, I forgot I took this. Well, I don't know. I might be able to." And he looks up at you and he goes, "Would you like to buy a practically brand new firearm? I'll sell it to the low price of 50 gold pieces."
Well, yeah, that does look nice, but as you can see, and I like do the thing where I change my arm into the gun. I'm like, I'm already covered, and I quickly change it back.
Wow, that is interesting. How much do you want for that?
It
At this
comes
point,
pre-installed.
At this point, Vanessa like grabs Algaroth's hand again and like starts like leading him back into the tavern, like forcibly leading him back into the tavern. Like, oh yeah, thanks.
I'll give you
good
250 gold pieces. 300.
Listen, it comes pre-installed. I apologize, but it's not for sale.
I'll just take the entire arm.
I don't know where I can get a new one.
And like as you walk off and he looks kind of dissatisfied, but he he deals with stuff outside and you'll end up walking in. And as you walk back in, you see Arilo and Yorn sitting over there playing a nice game of cards with some other people at the table. Let's tune back a few minutes though to Yorn and Arilo first arriving at this table.
Can't believe we actually got the cart.
So, both of them they just got up and they walked over to this table, and of course there's a good 4 or 5 people sitting around. There's 4 people like getting ready to play, and there's a 5th one kind of like being a judge / spectator. And they're all sitting around this big table that could fit about, I'd say, roughly 8 to 10 people. They're sitting there playing drones and kind of getting excited. And they're just about to finish up their game, as you see them. They're in the final rounds, and both of them are down to 3 cards left, and they start playing. A couple, and eventually one of them ends up winning. And as they do this, the spectator guy over there, he's a halfling. He goes, "Well, it looks like you definitely lost there. Well, that's very unfortunate. See, my friend here, he's very, very good at this game, and I'm gonna tell you, you could try this again, but it's gonna cost you a few gold coins. I'm just saying." He's like, "A few gold? What do you? It just costed me like 5 silver a minute ago." "Well, yeah, but as you can see, every time you go up against him, you have to pay more and more money. That's just how it is." And Yorn goes, "I'll do it." And as he slaps down some gold pieces, and he goes, "Oh, I see. We've got a challenger here. Okay, well you definitely look some of the sorts to do this. So okay, what kind of deck are you running? Do you have any master cards or anything?" I actually have Oh, come on! And he turns over to you, Riley, and he goes, They were in my bag, and they got eaten by sandworms."
That's that's very unfortunate.
And you see him grab the coins, and he slides it over into his he takes the coins that he has, slides it over into his pouch. He goes, "Yeah, all I have left is all I have left is an ink and quill, some paper, a couple coins, and one he's like, I got one like rag." It's more of like half a rag, but yeah, that's all I've got. And he goes, "Well, it's been fun, I guess." And the halfling's just like, "Well, I see. I see. Are you too scared?" He's like, "I'm not scared, okay? I just lost it to sandworms, okay?" And he's like, "Well, since you don't want to, what about you? What about you, big guy?" Would you like to face the champion here? Arello?
Sure. I'll
Oh.
face the champion.
Okay, how many gold coins are you going to put down? The minimum is going to be 3, though.
Hey, do you have any spare coin?
And Jorn's just like, do you not have any? Do you not have... Do you not have any coin? Are you broke?
Yes.
Wow, we desperately need this. How much of a... Do you think that you can win?
I have no idea. What kind of cards do you think this person's playing with?
I don't know. Based on the end there, it looked like he had a couple... it looked like Earth cards. I don't know. So, I'm not entirely sure. I guess you could. Do you even have a deck? Do you have a deck of cards? Okay. Well, if that's the case, well, good luck, I guess. And he goes, "Okay, my friend will do it." And he slaps down the coins, and he goes, "Okay, are you sure? You don't want to stop the whole thing? You're actually gonna go through it?" He's like, "I'm gonna go through with it. My friend is going to beat him." Okay, well, I see you're very confident about this. And he takes the coins and he goes, "Okay, we'll sit down and let's get to it." And you see his friend there kind of like, shuffling up his cards and everything, getting it all ready. And he's like, "Okay, so how many cards are you going to be playing with? Are we going to be doing 15, 30, or 45? And you're just like, "How many cards do you have?"
Let's see. Got.
I imagine Arathos just counting out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4.
He's just like counting on his hands and fingers. It's like he's like, "Lord, I don't have enough fingers."
23?
Okay, so you can do 15 or 20, essentially. I mean, well, he said 15 or 30. How many cards do you want to do? 15?
I'll do 15.
Okay. He goes, and Jorn turns it. He goes, "Okay, we'll do 15." Okay, I see. Well, this is gonna be interesting. He goes, "Okay, well, 15 cards it is." And then you see the other guys just start shuffling through. He's going through his cards, like pulling out certain ones and turning them face down. He goes, "Okay, do you have any master cards?"
No.
He goes, "Well, if you would like, we can, in fact, give you a MasterCard to use. However, with that MasterCard, it's going to be a little, it might not be 100% fair because, well, I mean, you didn't get to bring it yourself." So he goes, "My friend here is playing with an Earth MasterCard, so if you would like to play against that, you can. If not, we don't have to use MasterCards."
I say no MasterCards for this one.
Okay. No MasterCards. Okay, well, without further ado, though, I guess hop into Tabletop Simulator, Waffles. Let's do this.
Okay. Do this.
I don't know why the music stopped. That was weird.
Oh yeah, I turned off Steam Overlay. I
What?
forgot I did that. Oh, I forgot I had turned off the Steam Overlay.
Hmm.
Let me go and casually turn that back on so I can.
Can't seem to find join game.
You're not able to join?
No, I can't seem to find the join game button.
Yeah, I can't seem to find you in server.
Okay. Let me try this again. Okay. Okay. That should allow you to join now. That just restarted it.
There we go.
Yep, so just go ahead and grab your stuff. So, Alex.
Mhm.
Would you, since you're already in this, would you like to jump in as the NPCs instead?
Oh, that's fun.
So, I will give you that option.
Sure, I'll do it.
Okay. So, jump onto the blue team. So, this little deck right here, these 15, that is your deck. So, go ahead and draw from those. You can right click and hit draw. Let's do it. There we go. And then you just drag that in. So, and now Waffles is grabbing his cards essentially.
This is a deck, all right.
Yep. Okay, both of you remember how to play, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be good enough for organization. Right. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Is Ugg playing runes with?
No, I'm taking over for the
He's
NPC.
taking over the NPC.
Okay, cool.
So, yep.
I was like, I thought Ugg went to bed.
Ugg is just in the room. Or went to the
That's what I meant.
Seem to be one short on a fire card. I mean, I'm one short of a card.
What type? What? Like, oh, it's not in the deck.
Yeah, there's no more of the particular card I'm looking for.
Okay.
Just the giant-
Take one of the cards that you already have in your deck and copy it. Like Control C, Control V. So yeah, search it, pull it out to the side, and like just like you don't have to put it face up. Just pull it out to the side and then copy and then paste it. So a minute, copy, paste. There you go. You gotta exit the search thing for them to go back in. There you go. So now you can draw all those. Oh yeah, Alex, don't look at my stream.
Oh,
Alex
I
Waffles, don't.
have
Yeah,
it up.
both of you don't look at my stream. So
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay, there we go.
okay,
I've
cool.
got something else pulled up on my phone right now, so
I still
Yeah.
got rid of it.
So I'm
There
just
we go.
I'm just doing this so that like you could see what people have and everything. You know, for a little bit of a coolness factor.
oh man, that's a
What
nice-
is happening there? Waffles, what is happening?
I'm just.
Oh my gosh, I can hit R and shuffle all of them.
I don't know how you managed to do that.
What is this? Is this normally how people hold their cards?
Oh, what the heck, bro? This is. You need to do the draw function, man.
There we go. Perfect. Oh. It's just getting better. But
Oh man, that's gonna. Okay, wait a minute. Wait, one sec, please.
don't worry, I got it. Oh.
Oh no. Oh no, it's not. Okay, right click and hit draw.
And just spam it.
Right click on the cards and then hit draw. There you go. There you go.
There
And now you
go.
drag the last one in. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because you can just kind of spin them around.
Okay. So, okay, well, it seems both of you look about ready. He goes, "Well, big guy, you ready to play some cards?"
I'm ready.
Okay, well, for the sake of the challengers thing, you get to choose. Would you like heads or tails?
I like heads.
Okay, well, let's flip the coin a few times. And it's head. Okay. So, since it's heads, you get to choose. Would you like to attack or defend first?
I would like to defend first.
Okay. Well, in that case, put down
I
two
put
cards and
down-
let's get started.
2 fire cards. So.
Let's go do that one. Yeah,
Okay.
that one.
Okay, to start this off, he destroys one of your. Wait.
Wait, did I?
What
wait,
is the air card for?
wait, why did I play? Why did I? Well, how do I spin the around?
Yeah,
there we go.
there you go. Okay. So he cancels both of them out. You're still in the
That mean
defense. Yep. So you
Okay,
put down
2
two more
more
cards.
fire cards. So.
I'm sorry, I have no idea why I pulled up the. Oh.
Okay. I will use a lightning card against cancel out the water, bro.
Cool. So, defense.
Okay. I'll use fire card to destroy Earth, fire card to destroy Earth. So.
shouldn't I? Or okay. So I gotta do this.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, why not? Okay.
Well,
He's got a lot of fire. Yep.
no, I mean he's got me. I can't do anything.
Really?
I don't think you realize, Johnny. I can't do anything.
Okay. Well, so basically, Waffles, you see the NPC kind of sit there, kind of questioning stuff for a bit, and then just out of the blue, you see him kind of like look down a bit, and then he goes, "Ah," and he comes out and he plays 2 cards against you, and he takes both the
Oh,
water
no.
cards and he destroys your fire cards here.
Oh no. Oh dang.
This really is an interesting hand, Johnny. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, this is on purpose. So yeah, so he attacked you and everything. Now it's on to you, Waffles.
Oh,
How do you deal with it?
I guess I can't. I kind of forgot my spirit card, so
And with that, you end up losing the round. He takes the point. He goes, "Ha! It seems he's able to beat you. Doesn't look like you have a good deck there. If you want to go on ahead real quick, reshuffle your deck and all that, you can go on ahead and do that. Go through your cards. So, it's all up to you on what you want to do. And so, Alex, you take those discard back.
Okay, I get them all. Cool.
He's like, so if you want to swap them out, go on ahead. Just make sure you have 15.
okay. I'm ready to go.
Okay. So, yep. So, since he won the last round, Alex, what does the NPC decide? You want to attack or defend?
Let's defend first.
Okay. So, he goes out and he plays his 2 earth cards to start it off. What do you do?
Interesting. Well, I'll play fire card and fire card.
Okay, that was weird. Plays both of those, destroys that. Okay, your opponent retaliates by destroying one and canceling out the other.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. I'll use spirit card to destroy water.
Okay, so use a spirit card to destroy water. Now your opponent has to put out a card to attack you. He goes with the time card to destroy the spirit.
And I'll use a void card to destroy the time card.
Okay.
Let's go do this.
Oh, okay. And I'll use 2 fire cards. Well played. Oh, yeah. Destroying water with spirit, canceling with lightning.
Okay, so you cancel it out with lightning and you destroy the water. He takes out the spirit card.
I'll use a void card.
Takes out the time card. And he uses the double. That's great. Does the double there. Okay. And that cancels that out. So Waffles. O'Reilly, you got to put down 2 more cards now.
Okay. Fire card and fire card.
So you put down the fire cards. And as you put down the fire cards, you see, once again, the NPC guy looks a little nervous there.
I like the.
So, but
look very closely at him though.
Yeah, you look very closely, and as you do, you see miraculously from from under the table, essentially he grabs a card. He ends up pulling up another card, and he ends up pulling up another card.
Quickly grab him by the wrist as he pulls out this card.
Yep, and as you do, you see that it is a water card that pops up.
So, are you sneaking cards in this game? Ain't that a bit unfair, bro?
He's like, sneaking cards? I don't really have a reason.
Yes, this one under the table.
It's like, what? You've been sneaking cards? It's like, no, I've been playing fairly this entire time. And Yorn's just like, I thought it was a little suspicious. How many cards does he have? And the NPC's just like, well, clearly I have these 7 cards right here. Well, 8 if you count that one right there, but that's just because I've been playing a little better than him. And Yorn just goes, what about his discard pile? And he's just like, and you start looking at it. You see there's 10 discard, there's 10 in the discard, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 cards that he has currently, while you only have 15. And the guy, and of course the guy kind of sits there and for a moment kind of a little bit embarrassed from the fact that he got caught, and he goes, well, all right, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just, look, he's the one that told me that I was supposed to be doing this, okay? And the halfling's just like looks at him kind of in shock, and he's just like, me? What? What? You came here and wanted to play, and you just happened to beat person after person after person, and now I know how you're doing it. He's like, yeah, I've been sitting here beating person after person because you've been telling me that I get a cut every time I beat someone. It's like, well, yeah, of course, you get a cut and I get a cut. I mean, that's how it is. That's how it is, overall. I get a little bit of the money just, for monitoring these games and everything. That's what I do here. That's what I do every night here. And the other guy goes, whatever. You know what? I quit. Look, just give him the money, okay? I don't want to cheat for you anymore. And the halfling's just like, oh, so you're just gonna walk off now? And he's like, well, I can't play because I just got caught cheating, so. And as he starts, as he grabs his cards real quick, basically, swipes them all up. He swipes all of them up and then walks off. And after he walks off, you then see another halfling pop up from under the table, and he goes, I guess it's my turn then. And so he then offers you a new deal, and he goes, I will double your gold if you win. However, you have to continue playing from where we stand.
Hmm. Interesting. What do you think? Should we play double or nothing?
You were just like, wait. So do we have to? Do we have to put any extra? Because I don't have enough gold to put. I don't have enough gold to double that. He goes, no. You just get double if you win. He's like, but I'm gonna have a. I'll have a different deck than he will. So you'll just have to see on that.
Hmm. Uh, I say you have a deal, though.
Okay then. And so, you see him quickly start pulling out a bunch of cards, like he's basically got them prepared. And he's basically got them prepared. And so, Alex, if you'll draw those, he pulls them out real quick and goes, "Would you like to play with any master cards?"
No, why
Right.
not? I'd like to play a Earth Master card if you have one.
He goes, "Well, luckily for you," and you see him kind of like open his little. He opens the side of his jacket and he goes, "I have all 8 here, and I will sell them to you for the low price of 1 gold piece." And Yoren's just like, "If I do this, you better win this." He's like, "You get to choose any of
So,
them. He goes, "You get to choose any of them. I have all 8."
okay, so no pressure. Okay.
The Earth one, nice. Yorn hands him a gold piece, and he goes, "Well, I see. In that case, I will choose this one." And yeah, Alex, I'll just let you choose.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You do know the rules behind MasterCards, right?"
Yep. Use them once and they'll stay in your hand.
Okay, well, that's good that you know that. Okay, well, because of our last ordeal, I think I'm gonna let you choose again on a coin flip. Would you like heads or tails?
I think this time it will be tails.
Okay, we're gonna flip. And it's
And
heads, so I will choose first, and I will choose to go on the attack. Put up 2 cards for me.
okay,
No, Alex, he puts up 2
Oh.
cards.
this
For some
will
reason-
not be a surprise, but I put down 2 fire cards.
I knew you would do that, and sorry, 1 second. My mother is calling me. In the 1700s.
Whoa, mother!
Hello.
I'm getting a
Magic bat. Sorry.
getting a telepathy message from my mother.
Sorry, my mother's calling me on the magic box. The pizza rolls are done.
Pizza rolls are done.
But yeah, Alex.
Okay, I am back to the 1700s.
Welcome back.
So,
I have returned. The pizza rolls are still done.
oh wait, have y'all been playing?
This
Yeah.
is. He just placed those down for the water. And then
Okay,
I
so he
just-
placed those for the water. So, yeah, okay. So he destroys the water. You retaliate with that. You cancel out with that card and destroy with the other.
Okay. Here's a void card or your time card.
I sent it to Alex as well. Ignore that.
Mhm. Zzz, zzz.
Let's see. Hmm. Air card.
Okay.
We're just going to run in a circle.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I have fire cards.
See, I knew you would play that, and that's why I'm going to cancel it out and force you to bring out 2 more cards.
Oh, no. There's 2 fire cards.
2 fire cards. Let's do that and that.
Guess I'll cancel out your water with my lightning.
So, yeah. So as that happens, he's thinking about putting out 2 more cards, but before he does, you see him look over to his friend for a moment, and then he looks back at his cards. Alex DMs.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
I hope it's not happening again.
So, you see him kind of like, he gets a glance to his friend, and he looks back at his cards, and he starts going through, and then he starts to formulate a plan real quick. He's like, I see. Well, if I'm going to guess, you have quite a bit of fire cards left, so I think I'm going to have to play this. Let's see what you can do against that.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I can't really do anything against that. He wins, so.
Well, that's the second round to me. Well, let's grab our cards and let's play what could theoretically be the last round. Hopefully you win this one. And do remember, you have your MasterCard now.
Yeah, then,
Okay, well, since I won the last one, I'll give you the option here.
I'll go on the defense. So, 2 fire cards.
Well, in that case, I'm going to have to start with this. And you see him pull out 2 water cards, instantly destroying both of them. Let's see.
Then I'll use 2. I'll use 1 spirit card and 1 lightning card.
So you see Yorn kind of like peeking over like at your cards, and he goes, so do you think they're cheating?
I think they just know all my cards, so their whole deck might just be a counter.
Well, I mean, they've been pulling the whole cheating card on us. Do we want to do the same thing back? Or do you think you can beat them?
I think I can beat them.
Okay.
I use this card to go on the defense mode.
So, go in here. Go on the defense immediately. So, with you using that to go on the defense, so you play this card. Essentially, it just plays like out here. It doesn't matter. So you now place 2 random cards.
Okay.
So you place 2 cards down to go on the defense, and now you have a battle. Now you have a playing field of 3. So, Alex, now you have to basically deal with all 3. Actually, it's higher than that. Actually, yeah, that's the weird part. That's a weird part of the rules here. This is gonna be fun. I wonder if I put anything for this.
Wouldn't this just like follow this over here?
That's what I thought, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. So that's gonna sit right there. You got to attack those two. So, because at the current moment, it's literally just. It's very odd having that up against it, but yeah.
Don't worry, John. Make it a lot less confusing here.
Yeah. So anyone on the defense, you did that, and because of this, so you use the earth to take out the air, the spirit to cancel that out, and then this would automatically cancel out the earth,
So,
knocking it down.
Now I will use a fire card.
Okay. Use that to cancel it out.
Okay.
Now you put out 2 more, Rilo.
Okay. I will put down time and void.
let's go do that. Yeah, that.
Okay.
Okay. It's like I'm on the defense again. I guess I'll put down a void card and a fire card.
So he sees you put this down. And he looks over at his friend. His friend starts like, basically like, kind of holding some like up toward like his like the upper stomach, like toward his chest. He kind of like starts. You see him like move some fingers around, like like going like 2. It's basically like he just goes 2, 2, 2, and then 8. And the other one kind of like looks back at his cards and he goes, "Okay, I know exactly how to do this then." And so I play this, and I'm going to play this. So I'm going to base is going to destroy both of those cards real quick. And at this point, it's pretty much game over. I bet you don't have anything to do anything, do you?
I think I do, don't I?
And you see Yorn Yorn kind of bumps your side with his hand, and as that happens, you see him like hand over like he's trying to like hand over a card to you. Do you take the card?
Well, yes. While I'm playing the put down the spirit card, I take the card.
Okay,
Here is
because as he does that, he ends up handing you a water card here.
Here is a spirit card and my water card.
It's like, "Ooh, I didn't expect that." And his friend looks a little concerned about the whole thing. He's like, "Well, you've got a nice spirit card there. Let's play this."
Time card.
So this card attacks any rune, so he does the time card. Goes, now it's like you thought you had a plan here, but I was ready for that. So this will be playing as the time card, so that will destroy your spirit card there. And now, let's see what you can do.
Oh no.
So, do you have anything?
You got me.
Well, it seems that I win here, and I will keep that gold for myself. And you see the other halfling over there kind of like giggling to himself and everything, and he takes some of the gold and he goes, "Well, here is your cut." He goes, "Thank you." And then
Sorry.
he's like, "If you want to play again, it's just gonna be a couple gold pieces."
No, I think I had my fill. Sorry about that. I thought I was gonna be able to beat them, even with all the meddling they did.
It's okay. They yeah. I don't know.
Cool.
I kind of expected it after the first round. After seeing some of the stuff going on, I kind of expected this to be the outcome. So it's okay. I didn't realize we were joining into some cheaters, essentially.
Well, at least I have this new MasterCard.
That
At
is
least
true.
you had fun.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm just gonna take your cards.
I'm just gonna yawn
It's
your
like
thoughts.
it's yeah. And yeah. So essentially, Jordan gets pissed off, flips the table.
Oh.
That doesn't actually happen, but oh my gosh.
It's gone. Oh, gosh.
Goodbye,
Alright.
table. Okay.
It's just stuck on my screen.
But yeah, so he pretty much leaves you guys to do that. Jordan kind of gets up, leads Arilo away from the table, and he goes, "Well, that's pretty much it for that." And as that happens, Vanessa and Olgaroth ends up walking into the tavern and sees both of them kind of walking away from the table.
By the way, what happened to Dale? Did he go up to the room at all, like, after we all left? Because I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Dell hasn't really said anything.
Yeah, I don't know where Dale went.
He disappeared again?
He disappeared again.
Uh-oh. Spaghettios.
Wait, Dale just. Oh yeah, Dale. I forgot. Yeah, he did disappear when y'all were doing the whole thing. Yeah. So, but yeah, he disappeared.
Oh, great.
Vanessa, like, walking over. I was like, I got good news and bad news.
I mean, it's mostly good news, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's the news?
So, we got the cart back.
Well, that's good. What's the bad news?
I had to pay for distraction because our friends were watching it.
Oh,
Yeah. And it was that magic man that
Yeah, he
we
had a
Magic
saw
man?
earlier.
Yeah, he had a blue hood with a wagon, drove by a llama.
Blue
He
Hood.
was a merchant.
Wait, isn't that the guy who scammed us? Wait, no, wait a minute. He wasn't there for that, was he? Nope, he wasn't. Never mind. Sorry, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think two of the one, maybe two, would that got scammed? Who all got scammed that time? It was Ugg, who was catatonic, Jackie, and Arilo, right?
Rilo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rilo and
Oh.
Old.
Got it. So, Arilo recognizes who you're talking about, though. You know, just like,
Yep.
yeah. Wait a minute. Isn't that the guy we found the map from? Like, isn't that where we found the map from? Right? There was no
different magic guy.
different magic guy. Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, okay. Well, weird.
Yeah, I don't know. He was some kind of merchant.
Yeah.
I had to get. He was actually looking for this tavern, but apparently not at the same time. It was weird. Oh, that's all I
Yeah,
can say.
it was extremely weird.
But it was quite funny.
Yeah, yeah, I have to agree with that.
Okay.
But we do got the cart. It's in the area where the carts are. Luckily, they didn't touch it. From what it looks like.
Okay. Well, at least you have the cart. That's good.
Yeah. So, Norn, I have a question. Where did Dale go? Like, cause he was there when we left, I believe.
I don't know. Rylo and I just played cards, so we have no clue. I wasn't really paying attention. Who's Dale again?
The guy with the exploding problem.
Like explosive diarrhea.
Aurelio, you were there. Last time when he disappeared, he blew up the guy's house.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you mean him? And he points to, and Jorn points to Aurelio.
No.
Now the other exploding guy.
The guy that was with us when we left the tavern.
Oh,
Not
the other,
tavern.
the other exploding guy.
yeah,
The
so-
other exploding guy. Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
The guy on stilts.
Oh, the halfling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, where did he go?
That's. I was kind of hoping that the others filled you in, or you've read up to that point, because if we don't keep an eye on him, he's gonna explode something, and it's gonna be our fault.
Boom! No, I'm just kidding.
I was
Totally
kind
here.
of expecting that, honestly.
Johnny, I was almost hoping for like someone to be there, just be like, I find that very offensive. I don't just explode.
And it's just a Minecraft creeper. Because there's actually stat blocks for that now.
Yep.
That's part of the reason I made the joke.
Yep.
That's
Well,
no
uh,
funny at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I have no clue. So, I'm gonna head off to the room now. So y'all have fun. And Jordan just starts like inching away, like to head off to the rooms.
Okay. Don't know what he was being so weird about, but
Vanessa goes back to the table that they were originally sitting at and just kind of like, is it next to the wall? If I remember correctly, it was like in the corner, right?
What do you mean?
The table that we were sitting at when Marquise walked up, it was by wall, right?
Yeah, no.
No.
If I'm correct, it was like in the middle of the tavern.
Go ahead. Vanessa just goes back to the table and just kind of like sits there for a bit.
Okay.
Trying
yeah,
to
I'm
collect her
just gonna do
thoughts.
the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go sit down as well.
Because a lot was dropped on them. But like they might have not been framed, and they probably did some bad stuff to the gnomes.
Yeah.
So the guilt is eating at her. Ever since Marquise kept talking.
Yep.
What is Aurelio doing?
What's Aurelio doing?
I'm just, I guess, just kind of twiddling my thumbs, shuffling a bit of cards.
Oh yeah, with your new MasterCard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his new
Shiny
MasterCard.
new look.
honestly, I was kind of expecting to be like, oh yeah, I'm trying to find the bar.
So,
Just at the bar.
are we just assuming y'all are taking just a long rest and going through that, or?
Yeah, just after a while they go back to their room. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, pretty much.
So after a while, you'll end up heading back to the rooms and everything. Eventually, Vanessa, when you and Olgaroth make it back to your room, you find Yorn's like, he's got like he's basically got like some type of blanket or whatever that he like, it looks like an extra blanket or something. He ends up like taking that and uses it as like a sleeping bag, and sleeps on the floor essentially. And then Marquise is sitting in a chair in a corner, kind of like in his dormant state, basically allowing both of you to just do whatever. You go to sleep.
I don't know why I find that funny. Yorn on the floor and Marquise in the corner.
So, Arilo, you make it back. You just see Ugg in the room, and you just see Ugg in the room, and don't think much of it. And you go to get ready for bed, and then last second as you like walk, as you're just like laying down, getting ready to go to sleep, you hear the door open. You get a glance over, and you see Dale kind of like creeping in. He goes, "Don't worry about this. I know I'm a little late, but you can go to sleep now."
By the way, Johnny, is Vanessa's journal out in the open?
I don't know. Is Vanessa's journal out in the open? It's your journal.
I don't know.
I
Is
checked. Yorn had it.
Really?
Yeah, because he was reading it, and that's
Oh,
the whole
yeah, he
reason why
was.
they picked up the. That's what the whole reason.
Wait. When was he reading it? Was this after the sandworm incident?
Yes.
Okay. Then
Oh, yeah.
he probably still has it then.
That's
right.
Oh
because
no!
Nessa gave it to Yorn so that Yorn could like read it because it was mentioned that Vanessa had kissed Olgrath on the cheek, so he
Yep.
wanted to hear all the details.
Oh yeah.
So I just gave him her book.
That's why I asked if it was out in the open so that she can like put it back in her bag and then go to bed.
Nope. You don't see it.
Well, she goes to sleep anyways.
Yep, and that's
So-
what I'm gonna do too.
Cool. So you all take a long rest, and then we return in the morning, where all of you start to wake up, one by one, ready for the day, and then you all make your way out to the main area. There's no one in there besides the bartender. It's the bartender. Marquise is there having some tea, and you see Dale, but all of you essentially walk out at the same time. And of course Yorn's just sitting there rubbing his eyes. He's tired. He's like, why are we up so early?
Yorn is confirmed not a morning person.
Why are we up so early?
Can I have my journal back, please?
Journal? Oh. And he goes, right. Yeah, I'll give you a second. He walks back to the room to go get it. And as he turns around and starts walking away to go get it, Marquis sees all of you walking out. He sees all of you walking down the hallway, and he goes, "Oh, I see all of you are up. I didn't expect all of you to be up at this time."
yes, the early vulture gets the worm.
Arilo, are you okay? Because I don't
Vulture?
get the saying.
You see just like chuckle a little bit because of that.
Well, is it the early beaver gets the sandworm?
Hmm.
I'm not sure that's how
Oh.
the saying goes either, but it's good to see that you're awake.
I think it's
Marquise,
the early bird gets the worm.
how long have you been down here, Marquise?
A little while. Dale and I have been having a chat for the last, I'd say maybe hour or so.
This place surprisingly seems empty.
Rightfully so. And don't worry about it. It gets pretty empty during the mornings. Everybody likes to come here, a little later on and start partying and everything. So it's mostly because they don't really serve breakfast foods here. It's just lunch and dinner.
Well, in that case, can I get food? Any lunch? Whatever. At this point, I don't care. I just want something to eat.
Well, of course. Hey, bartender, can we get something over here, please? And you see the bartender, he was like sitting there wiping down, he was like wiping down some mugs and everything, and he goes, yeah, I'm on my way, and he grabs like a little notebook, and grabs a ink and quill, and he walks over and he goes, okay, well, how can I help you? He goes, we'd like all to have some good meals. Okay, what would you like? And Dale looks over at the rest of you and he goes, you know what? Let's just have the daily special. Does that sound good with the rest of you?
Yeah.
I'm fine
Sounds
with it.
good.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Okay, we'll take some daily specials for everyone. He goes, okay, and then Marquise turns over and hands him some money, and he goes, I've got this one. And he goes, well, are you sure this much? Go on ahead. Your hospitality has been amazing this morning. He goes, well, thank you. And he takes it and he goes in the back, places the orders. Marquise goes, well, I mean, unless you feel like standing, have a seat, please.
At this point in time, I feel like I want to point out Vanessa has been like groggily, like almost clinging to Algarath, and she only now does she notice, like, oh, okay, yep, that's happening, and she just like sits down.
I guess I go to sit next to Vanessa. This is me just sitting here not minding the whole time. Oh,
Yeah.
All of you end up sitting down, and as you do, Yorn comes like kind of like fast walking out, and he goes, "I've got it! I found it! It was in my bag. I didn't realize, but it was in my bag." And he hands you the journal, Vanessa. And he goes, I read through this last night, and I have to say, it was finely detailed. Very, very great storytelling. You should publish this someday.
I mean, that's kind of the hope in a way.
That was a joke. There's too much personal stuff. I would never say to actually do that. No, that was actually a joke.
but it could be a good memoir someday.
I mean, obviously I was going to cut out the personal stuff, but I kind of want the legacy out there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alex, why did you post "It's raining men" in the group chat?
because he added basically Vanessa.
Yeah.
I mean, Vanessa
I
is
just
the
saw
only
that part.
female of the party, so you know. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's funny though. I just wanted to point that out.
Anyways, so but you'll sit down, you'll get comfortable, and bartender's starting to bring out food, and as he's bringing out the food, Dale turns over and he goes, okay, look, Marquise and I have been sitting here for a while, and I'm gonna tell you, we've got some pretty cool stuff. Okay, now I know all of you are a little tired and everything. It's been a couple of rough days and everything. But we were talking for a while, and apparently all of you know somebody that, well, I kind of also know.
Oh, really?
Yes. And he said it's now this may sound like a shocker to all of you, but there's a person that I met in the past that well, of the certain type, we kind of got to know each other a little well. Does Jafar ring a little bell to all of you?
Oh, you mean
The
yeah?
bar?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
We
Wait,
just
no,
talked to
no,
him
it doesn't.
not long
I don't
ago.
know that guy.
Yeah,
John,
Algaroth doesn't know that guy.
I was like, wait, is that the guy that they've been talking about on occasion?
Oh yeah.
quick thing though. Are you meant to be streaming the card?
Yeah, you so
I was
stupid,
gonna
Brad.
ask that, but I figured y'all would get to it.
Oh, that? Oh, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I already called out one thing, so
Whoops, my bad.
I know.
I mean,
I
I'm
kinda
not
like,
showing you guys anything, anyways. But yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it was some good grass though.
yeah, it was great grass. I
Yeah,
thought
the
you
guy
meant like
we
on
knew-
stream. I'm like, no, but no, it's Discord. Fun. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, but Dale's just like, so does Jafar ring a bell to any of you?
Yep, guy with fire hair. Yeah.
who?
Yeah. Person was that snake staff. Yeah.
I heard snake staff. What the hell are you talking about?
Long story. It's better not to ask.
I will ask at a later date then. All right.
And he goes, well, he's actually a good colleague of mine. Well, colleague as in he shows up about once every blue moon, and we chat and everything. I've actually, I haven't traveled with him per se, but I have met him from place to place every now and then. He is a fine fellow, but I heard recently he's in town, and Marquise was telling me that y'all were with him until the other day, until a couple days ago, where he just mysteriously disappeared.
Yeah, he went to find this cave of wonders, I believe it's called, if I remember correctly.
The what?
Yeah.
Wait. So you're telling me he found a map?
Yeah,
He's been talking about that for so long now.
yeah, he found a map.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's insane. That means wow. He's been talking about this for so long. Do y'all know what the Cave of Wonders is?
Is it
Oh,
a wondrous
I don't even know who-
cave?
Well,
I don't even know who Jafar is.
well, all right.
Algaroth, shush. Just stay out of
So-
this conversation for now.
Look, so I don't know a whole lot about this place, but from what I've heard from Jafar is that the Cave of Wonders is apparently it is a cave that puts you through trial. It puts you through a bunch of tests and trials and everything, but at the very end, apparently there is a treasure like no other. It is a treasure that is so great that it's the equivalent of being able to ask for anything in the world. It is something so amazing that you will never need to ask for anything ever again. It's supposed to be life-changing.
Oh.
And I've tried to help him a few times, but I mean, let's be real. I mean, look at me, okay? Look, I'm not really the person of kind of like a search and rescue kind of type. I'm more of just explode and ask questions later kind of guy. So,
You know. At
You
this
know.
point, we know all too well.
so the fact that he found that map, though, that's actually really, excuse me, that I would like to make a correction here. He didn't find the map. I found the map. Well, we found the map. Mostly I did. Where and how did you find the map? I asked a random dude and he somehow had it. It looked like a child's drawing. What? Hey, you know what? I don't know, but the rest, all of them said that maybe he would want it. But this looked somewhat similar. Maybe it's like it's the map of the desert area or whatever. But yeah, it's just it looked like a toddler drew it. Well, I'm not gonna question that, but um, even so, you found the map, and I mean, how did you react to it? Or like, how did Jafar react to it when he saw it?
How did he react?
Well, mainly he was excited about it.
So I'm confused. Like, did he just take the map and dip? Like, where did he? I mean, where did he go?
Pretty much.
Oh,
Well,
oh. Well,
I don't think we know. Not since incident with Mimic.
I see. Well, if that's the case, I'm not sure if he'll come back of his own accord. But, do y'all want to go? I mean, do you want to try to contact him again? I do have a way of contacting him, but it's no guarantee that he'll show up.
Well, you shouldn't be too far. There's still worms outside the city.
True.
Yeah, but he left he left during the middle of the festival, so he probably wanted to experience the worms.
Hmm.
Yeah, but then last time we checked this map that had an X in the middle of the desert, probably in a nearby village getting supplies. So
Well,
That we still
maybe.
would have to wait a week because of the sandworms.
So, well, yeah, you do have some time for that, but I mean, in the meantime, I can always see if I can get in contact with my buddy Jafar. See if he wants to, maybe meet up or something. Maybe he's gonna need help. I mean, he did mention that the Cave of Wonders is apparently a very dangerous place.
I mean, it's possible.
So,
I guess. I don't know. I'm just chilling.
it probably might be quite lovely.
We're so close to Athens.
well, that is true. But I
I
mean,
mean, it's just one detour, right?
it's really good treasure. Like from what he's been telling me.
Yeah, but then again, it's been detour after detour.
Well,
Well,
it's one more for the road, eh?
Well, I don't know. He does have a good point. I mean, do you want to? I mean, the whole purpose of going to Athens was so you could turn in the little chest and like piece of parchment you have for money, right? To clear our bounties.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
if he's saying there's that much treasure in there, we could probably do more than just clear our bounties. And a little risking our lives kind of deal is well something that I'm not exactly too fond of, but it's something we do almost every day.
That I do have to agree with.
So, I mean, what's one more day of risking our lives gonna really do? Well, what do y'all say? Should I contact them?
Sure.
go for it, I
I
guess.
guess.
I
yeah,
mean, still gotta
let's
wait.
do it. So
but-
yeah,
And Dale goes, well, okay, I will head off to go and see if I can contact them. In the meantime, I guess if y'all want to lie low, enjoy your time here a little bit. I don't know of anywhere inside the city that you might enjoy, like have any fun. A lot of places here don't exactly do that. They used to have a fighting pit, but it's recently been turned into. I think they built some building there or something. I'm not sure, but If you want to look around town, you can. If you want to just relax and lie low for the week, that's up to all of you. But I'm gonna go contact my buddy, and let's see if we can get him back here pretty soon. And he stands up, and Jorn goes, "Wait, one thing before you go." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "How the hell did you get that accent?" "What accent? You mean your accent?" "Yeah, your accent's very weird and dumb." And he starts walking off. He's like, I just... Anybody else notice he's got an accent too? Come on.
He sounds perfectly fine to me.
It does sound like he has an accent, but at this point, what do you expect?
I'm
I'm-
catching a tiny bit of an accent, but
I mean, I'm just... okay, whatever. And so, all of you, sit there. You get your food. You're enjoying, you're enjoying your meal. And you think about of the previous things that's been going on, everything that you've been ready to go with. Ever since you got to the city, you helped Jafar find the map. You went off and joined a tournament for a short while before the very odd and anticlimactic, tragic death of Morgoth to a mimic. You deal with his death, and then you help out the gnomes by going to the local storage, get arrested, and then complete a job for them to get out. It has not been a long time that you've been here. It's only been a few days, but in the few days that you've been here, you've accomplished a lot more than most people do, really, in years of their lives. And with that, even though all of you are tired, you're exhausted, you're trying to just sit down and relax for a moment, all of you do feel a sense of accomplishment inside as all of you level up to level 8.
Yeah!
yeah. Let's get it.
Oh,
And so, you enjoy your meal, you level up, and you get ready for the day ahead of you when we return in the next episode of eDIOCRACY.
Sick.
2 level 4 spells!
Heck yeah!
finally get proficiency in firearms. So
Oh no.
That's funny.
I can also destroy undead!
Oh really? Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Okay, so that being said, I think it's time for I think it's time for us to go. That's it. Yep. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you press the like, subscribe buttons down below, and please comment your predictions. Will Jafar come back? When will he come back, if so? And on top of that, what are your predictions on the Cave of Wonders? Seriously, what are your predictions? Put anything down below. Literally anything. Just, I don't know. Put your predictions on how tomorrow's gonna go. I don't know. We're not here tomorrow, but tell us, how do you think your tomorrow's gonna go? Any predictions at all? I just want to see predictions. Anything. Maybe you're a fortune teller. You can guess what tomorrow holds. I don't know.
I think tomorrow is going to be a Saturday.
Oh my gosh! I can't, dude. He can tell the future.
I think
You can
tomorrow
predict
O'Reilly's
all.
gonna look for a bar.
Yep. Thank you guys once again. This is the cast of eDIOCRACY saying, peace out. Have an amazing night or day wherever the heck you are, and we will see all of you in the next episode of eDIOCRACY. Bye-bye!
Bye.
Bye bye.